And really, this one's for the American viewers, all 5 of you. 13 paces wide. I mean, look at... I know what I'd rather watch, mate. This could be the end. Right, I've got 5 holes in front of me. Some of the tightest golf course holes, good English, in all of golf. And we're going to play them as aggressively as possible with a pink castle tee. So drive at every hole, trying to get it as far up the hole as possible, going for every pin. And we're going to see what we can shoot through 5 holes, starting with a relatively long par 4. Really the play here, 2-iron off the tee, get it in play, 9-iron on the green. But obviously we've got driver in hand. So we're just going to take it just full send straight towards the green with a little cut. Cut a bit. I think that is possibly on the next green. That's okay there. All right, this is not too bad. Well, I say not too bad. Obviously, we've got a tight pin, like it's just cut over the hazard. We've got an overhanging tree, but the lie is like not too bad. 104, and yeah, it's about 5 on that pin. So usually the shot here is, you know, you just play it to the back of the green or even like over the green, try and make par. Do you know, overly aggressive. We're just going to try and land it on the front of the green. So we've got to fly this, yeah, like 100 on the dot, keeping it under this tree. We've got a bit of wind into us, which helps. 104 number is usually like little 54. Can't play 54 because it's going to hit that tree. So we're just going to play the low, punchy 48. Oh, that could be unreal. That could be unbelievable. And by the way, hole 3 of this 5-hole challenge is probably the tightest hole in the world, I would say. It's about 15 yards wide between 2 hazards. And we'll be hitting driver into that. So I'm really looking forward to that. This is like 1.5 foot outside left edge. Oh, it's not left too short. That's not aggressive, is it? Yeah, boost. All right, par. Level through 1. Par 3 now. With a tight pin that we have to go at. Yeah, 153. The wind was into hitting that shot into the last. So this should play downwind. But the wind gets like in and amongst these trees. Yeah, it just swirls. So I'm going to play this slightly shorter. So we're going to go wedge and play this like 145 and just hope the wind is actually off the right and down. Just right of it and allow the wind to just bring it in. Right, that should be perfect. Okay, we're good. Ish. I'm getting into this, plumb bob. So we got a break off the right, into breeze, sort of like uphill at the end as well. So we're gonna go at least 1 foot outside right edge. It's just gonna go hard off this bank. You know, like trying not to leave it short is not a very good swing thought. I was just really trying to get that by the hole, because if you leave 2 putts in a row short whilst filming an aggressive golf video, you're like a bit of a knob. Plumb bob saying, 1.5 outside right edge. Thank God. Whew. And now for the tightest hole in golf. Right, this is it. 384. This is probably the tightest golf hole you'll ever see in your life. You've got hazards all the way down the left, all the way down the right, and it like bottlenecks in at about 280. So usually you play a 240 shot to the thick part, have a wedge or whatever in. But we're hitting driver and just trying to get, just aiming for the 15-yard patch of fairway. It's not even 15 yards, I swear. Thing is, if we miss it either, you probably shouldn't say that, but if we do miss it either way, then it's a drop and we can still make par. That probably is not a good swing thought. The target is like where the flag is in the distance. That's pretty much middle. The wind is into, coming up here, sort of like almost straight into. And we've got to just give it the irons. Give it the baked beans. Oh, come on, stay in play. Stay in play. Oh, it's in, it's in, it's in. And I'm not surprised, so routine really. We're in play, we're like 3 yards from the edge of the hazard, and this is where it starts bottlenecking. Probably looks actually wider on here, but I'm going to show you something now. I'm going to do a little test. And really this one's for the American viewers, all 5 of you. When you play in your resort course with 80-yard fairways, this is, I mean, it does get narrower, but this is like driving area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 paces wide. 13 pesos would not get you much in Spain 20 years ago. Pesetas, pesos. It's tight. Tighter than a... This is a PC channel, all right? Politically correct at every level. So, none of those jokes, mate. All right, this is actually pretty simple from here. 93. Got a bit of overhang. Tree's also in the way. Now, 93, just got to get this land in. It's sort of like sat down, but a bit jumpy. So it's going to come out quite fiery. Got a pitching wedge. Back is stance, just trying to nudge this thing forward. Probably try and land this about 60-ish. Quite a low flight. Oh my God, sit. Sit, 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 or just be perfect. Yeah, so I was just trying to land that like about 88 really. Just cut that a bit out. Okay, we got a chance to get one under. Let me know what you think about the content. Obviously, you know, Pete Finch has got Westwood, and, you know, Grant Hovrat has got Sergio Garcia on the channel. Rick's had every pro under the sun. He's had major winners, but, you know, we got aggressive golf at Bovey Castle with 13-yard fairways. So I know what I'd rather watch, mate. Just to get to one under. This is a big moment. It's a big moment in the game. It's a big moment in life. This is all part of the quest to the Open. Just roll it down there. Straight, I think. Oh, it's gone right. Right, it's another par 4 that is really tight. And driver, to be honest, what I usually do here is hit a squeezy, cutty one out in between the holes, which is sort of like the safest play, but usually it leaves you like on a hill out the rough, so it's tough. So we're going to try and hit the fairway. This fairway, again, probably is about 20 yards wide, and there's hazard all up the left, and you're pretty much just trying to thread a needle again. So you're going to keep the momentum going and just, again, full send driver, straight at the pin. Should be centre fairway. Oh, it's gone right anyway. Who's at the fade, John? So we've got a tree in the way, but we can sort of play like a low, punchy, cutty one. 1, 2, 2. So we've just got to keep this under the tree. Wind is like in 2 out the right as well, so it's perfect wind for it. We'll try and play just like a little 9-9, but obviously going straight at the pin. Oh, that could be unbelievable. Oh, shit. He surprised himself, John. Had a little look, that. I'll tell you what, this plumb bobbing is quite accurate. So we've got one more hole after this, and it's a par 5, because we're going to skip the par 3 down the wind into the tightest fairway imaginable. So this to get to 1, and then we'll see what we can do on the last. Just going like a cup to a cup and a half outside right edge. Get in. Oh no, it's through it. Birdie or eagle needed on the par 5. Last hole of the day, 5-12, big hole. This, the 10th at Bovey Castle. So as I mean, look at this is the sight that you get. This is how tight it is. It's one of the most visually demanding golf courses that I've ever played, Bovey Castle, albeit like really stunning, especially this time of year. But off the tee, it just can look quite intimidating in places. So there's a rock out there that you can see. It's about 270, 280 carry. Then the fairway really tightens up, but obviously we're hitting driver, so I've got to take driver over that rock. And if I sway too far right, it's gone, and left is heavy rough. So again, this would probably be 2-iron, especially downwind today, but driver, we're just gonna try and send it over that rock. For left! There's a good chance that's absolutely fine. There's quite a bit of room on the left, it's just quite thick rough, so this could be the end for trying to make birdie. We got 220. Pin is, or the green is, you can see it just basically over this tree. I think all I can get to this is 8-iron. I'm just gonna hit this as hard as we can and just hope the contact's like good enough so we get a massive flyer, and then we could potentially get it on the green. But this is pretty thick. It's grown so fast. Just right at the bunkers. Okay, if you make birdie from there. Right, the wedge game has got a lot better, but this is probably 15 uphill, 10 uphill maybe, to this pin, which is quite tucked. And the lie is pretty average, so we're just gonna have to play sort of like low hands, open face, a lot of speed. Just try and get this ball as high as possible and have a look for birdie. Slightly deep, I think. Right, to finish with birdie. Little chip, little bit of right to left. It's gonna go like a foot outside the right edge, maybe 6 inches, to get to 1 under. I'd say all in all, through 5 holes playing super aggressive at Bovey Castle, you definitely take this. Very aggressive for that. Yeah, books. Come on then, finish strong. Beautiful. And he bogeys a par 5 to finish 1 over. Hope you've enjoyed that. Subscribe, more golf content coming. Surprisingly, on a golf channel, so. Who would have known? Who would have known?